Hello, welcome to today's show of Alienate UK with myself, Andy, my wonderful co-host, Nicole.
Hey.
And our amazing guest, who is literally my neighbour. Probably a couple of miles away, Tim Smith.
Hi, guys.
So, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me on, Andy. I've been meaning to try and get hold of you for ages, but you know how it is.
I know. Oh, don't even go there. It's just madness. It really, really is. So
yeah.
But so glad you've come on because you are very low, like literally stone throw away, and you saying where you used to live was right next. Well, not right next to, but within walking distance of Kingsford Cemetery.
Yeah, I was on Obelisk Rise, so just literally. Yeah,
at the back.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, when I go to Kingsthorpe, and I call it the FEMA camp, where you've got all the stone tombs at the bottom and the garage like outdoor morgue thing, you'll use literally them houses at the back.
Yeah, that's where I was. Yeah,
because we've got friends on there, so I know that area pretty well.
But
so we was chatting the other day when we was arranging for you coming on, and you did send me a video.
Yeah.
So this is from. I'll try and get it on if you want to talk about it. So this is from Delapre Abbey. Now I've done a couple of investigations there, probably about 3, 4, I think, and one of them we was down near the river and we're walking back up. And there's like a big black mass moving towards us, but it was moving as we're moving. And then there was an owl, a fox, it's something out of a movie, a crow, I think it was, and a magpie, and they was moving with us. And every time we stopped, they'd all make a noise. That's how we knew what there was. And we just thought,
that's mind-blowing.
Are they baiting us, or are they like trying to warn us? Then we'd start moving again, and they'd move with us again.
Was that at night? Was it in the dark?
Yeah, it's just gone dusk. It's literally just gone dark. So I reckon it was about this time of year.
Yeah, we was up there. I think it was. There's a timestamp on the video which is accurate. I'm gone. Yeah. I'm senile now, Andy. I'm gone senile.
I was born like that. Don't worry.
But we investigate down there a lot, and my daughter and my ex-wife have both been scratched with a physically scratched. Do you know where the little ornamental little ponds are? They're all dried up now.
Yes, you've got the little bridges going over, and there's like trees going in, and you can
step
down and walk around them.
That's very active on that part. There used to be. I mean, I've been going there. I was born in Falconry, and we've been going there. I've been going there since I was a little boy, and there used to be a summer house there, and that's where we got in touch with this this spirit called Roger. and we believe it was him that scratched them both.
Oh.
How do you know his name was Roger?
Because we got an EVP and we talked to him. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, his name Roger. Pardon?
The scratches you got, was it like one scratch? Was it like 3? How many scratches?
2 scratches on my daughter's neck, and then another one. It was on my wife's shin, or just below her shin. But her one, I think we might was an animal that scratched her. I think because it was near the pet cemetery where she got scratched.
Yeah, because we was just talking about this, weren't we? There's a little area where the family that lived there had the pets buried, and there's a couple of headstones there.
Yeah. We were there. We had the cat balls light up and other little bits and pieces happen. But she said, my wife said, something touching my leg. Something keeps jumping up, and it was like a little dog was jumping up at her. She thought, but she didn't notice the scratch till she got home, and there was like a couple of little scratches on her, just on below her knee when we got home, which was a bit strange.
Yeah.
But it's had, as you know, there's a lot of history down there. The Battle of Northampton.
Yeah.
There was a bomber crash there during the Second World War. So yeah, but where the Marriott Hotel is, do you know the Marriott on the Brack Mills?
Yeah, because we go that way to go down to the lake rather than going through Delapre, because you just park straight at the back of it. Yeah.
Well, that's where it came down, where that is.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
We'll have to go and have a look, I think.
I know where none of this
is. No, sorry.
Is that a 5-minute drive from where we live?
Yeah. So that's where it came down.
Yeah. But I know it was because we went to go there, and we got there and they was doing the reenactment, because that was used as a hospital during the Civil War. I think it was like 1426 or something, early 1400s, and the nuns did all the nursing. But when we were sat, do you know where the garden is? So you got you go down the side, you got the cafe in the garden, and you've got the wooden benches. Yeah, you got the wooden benches and tables. We were sat on them, just like looking in through the windows, and I kept seeing like a figure in my peripheral, but I couldn't. I thought it was one of the other lads that was with me.
Yeah, we've seen that.
And he sat beside of me. I'm like, I keep seeing something there, and they were just stood there, not moving. It wasn't threatening. It was just like there was someone stood there, but every time you turn round, there was no one or nothing there.
Yeah, we've had that too. We've had that too. Are you talking about the bench by the where you go into the walled garden?
No, so right on the corner. So you got the car
round the corner a little bit.
Left. So you walk past like the main entrance where it juts in and comes back out again. Then as you turn left to go down towards where the cafe is, it's just there.
Oh, yeah.
There's like 4 or 5. Well, there was when we went. It's like 4 or 5 tables.
Yeah, all along the front there. Yeah. Wow.
We couldn't feel anything. We had the K2 meter, but wasn't picking anything up. So it's just it was a strange one. But so that night that we was going to go and was doing the reenactment, all the gunfire and that, I thought there's no point because we was doing a live stream. We ended up going to is it Toaster Road Cemetery?
The top of Toaster Road.
Yeah. Up near where Tesco is, I think it is. So we ended up going in there. We were seeing orbs. Something was throwing stones at us. I had a Fitbit on. I've told this so many times. And you know, with the Fitbit, it goes it locks and goes under and locks in. So I stood there with the rig filming it, and I felt it just come undone and grabbed it. I'd had it 2 years. It has never ever done that. I used to wear it all the time until it needed charging, and even now if I put it on, I struggled to open it and close it. Didn't feel
something
anything.
undone it.
It just come undone. I had to grab it quick.
Something undone it.
Little stones were landing near our feet, and there was nothing, no one there.
Do you know I've never been in there?
It's not easy to get in. They lock
Oh,
the gate.
you dropped out. I didn't hear that, Andy.
Oh, we're losing Andy.
I can show you how to get in if required.
Yeah. You lost some sound, you did then, Andy.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I
now
was
we're
just saying
talking.
you can't get in, but there are ways to get in without legally. You can legally gain entrance.
Right.
So it's a good place to go. Like I said, we've only been that once, but 'cause we had that much going on, I was a bit of going back. Oh, so we had our radios on. I don't know if you can see there, they're clipped onto the bottom of the mirror.
Oh, yeah.
So I had one on, and there's a lad from work had one on. Just normal analog radios, both on channel 8. And he was over the other side, and I had mine clipped onto like shoulder strap thing. And you kept hearing, "Get out, get out."
Blimey.
And I thought it was Nathan messing about, right? So he comes over, I went, "You've been dicking about and what have you?" It's like, no, honestly, I'm not. It's not the sort of thing he'd do, but he might do it, if you know what I mean. And he stood literally right the side, literally touching shoulders, yeah? And on both switched on, both connected to each other, like part of the set. On mine, it went, get out, twice. And we just looked at each other. And that was when, about 5 minutes later, that was when my Fitbit come undone. And the stones, but we'd seen orbs and all sorts of stuff going on.
Do you think it could have been somebody else on the same channel? Just messing with you?
No, because I was radioing through. And you know, you can bleep the Morse code and that. It's got the little button to do the bleeping. I was trying that. I was radioing through, switching channels. Still did it.
Right, when are we going?
So whenever you want.
Did you video it? Did you? Have you got a YouTube video of it?
That's a live. Yeah, that's a live stream.
I'll have to try. Where can I find that then?
It'll be on the channel. It'll be on lives. I'll find it and I'll send the link to you. I'll put it on. So I'll add the link to this. So if anyone else wants to have a look, it's not the greatest because it was like I've not long since been doing it, so I was still learning. But what was picked up was just it was like we didn't. Do you know when it just stops you from thinking?
Yeah,
it was that kind of moment. Sorry,
it doesn't take much.
Not really, no. Yeah, that gone. So I've had that. I've been to the ruins, St. John the Baptist ruins.
Oh, that is my favourite place in Northampton.
Yeah. We've had a few different things go on there.
Yeah.
There's one
where
we think the light above us, it's like it wasn't even a white, and it didn't have the red and the white flashing, so it wasn't a plane, it wasn't a helicopter. There's no noise coming from it. It's directly above us, and it's like an emeraldy greeny colour. And then it'd come down a bit, so far stop, then go back up, and then it vanished. I've had a little baby rabbit let me pick it up, and then I put it back down, and it wanted me to follow it. This just sounds like some weird, wonderful dream I've had, but it's all on video. All this is on video. It's all documented.
I've seen a couple of your videos from there.
Yeah. So that the bench guy one is just that was Kingsford. bench guy is just that's like
it all comes back to bench guy.
it does.
Yeah. Was that the one when you was with Sarah?
No, so the original one was about it'll be 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, April just gone. So it was 2020. Right. So yeah, it'd be 3 years ago. There's me and I called Mark, who lives in Olney, and we'd been to St John's Ruins and we'd gone there and we split up. So he'd gone one side, I got another, but he was over near the chapel. I was on like the bit where you drive in, like the Kingsthorpe end, Ollie Lodge Lane. Mm-hmm. And there's a guy sat on the bench at the war graves. And I'm shining my torch thinking it's Mark because he's dressed like him. Nope. It was some Dutch guy, lad, about 25, 27. The people in the chat now were like, thought I was. There's Deborah and Ryan that was doing the studio while I'm out and about. And Ryan's like, who's Andy talking to? He's talking to himself. There's no one there. You couldn't see it at the time. No one could see him sat on the bench. Some people couldn't see him. Some people couldn't hear him. Some could either one or the other. I had my GoPro on a body harness. And when you listen to the audio back, he sounds like an 89-year-old man. So, strong Dutch accent, but spoke really good English. And you know these 2 rows of stones, and then the back row, you've got 6, 1, and 2. Mm-hmm. While I was there was 3 solid rows, and there's loads of like Eastern European names, like Austrian, German, Czech. I've gone back since then because it was, when something's just playing on your mind constantly.
Yeah.
I've gone back. The 3rd row isn't. You've got the 6, the 1, and the 2. Yeah. And there's only 1 or 2 that were Czech Republic, and they were pilots. The rest of them are English names like Johnson, Gibson, Gilbert, Jones, Watson. But when I checked that night, they were all foreign names. Makes no sense whatsoever.
Blimey.
And I'm going to put the picture up. I have to. At least it's not sheep's scotch. So this is how I seen him as I'm walking over.
Oh, cool.
So he sat on the bed. So this is a freeze frame. There's like 9 frames of video. From the video, there's 9 frames that you can see anything. So I did it frame. So that's the first one. And that's how I seen him when I'm talking to him. This is how you see him when you watch the video back. That's his face. You can see his face behind it. You can see his eyes.
Yeah.
He's that orange orb. But you can clearly see there's a gap between the orb and that. So whoever it was I was talking to didn't want to show, whatever it was I was talking to, didn't want to show their true identity. Now, as I'm doing it live, don't see any of this. You see it like this.
Blimey.
And it's not even a reflection of reflection from the torch, because you can see where the torch curves round, it stops near his feet. Now he's sat on a bench. His head's like 4 foot up. He had his phone in his right hand, looking at me over his left shoulder. If his face was lit up, it'd be the opposite side of his face.
Could you imagine bench guy is just some normal guy and there's some reasonable explanation? He's like, why do they keep talking about me?
Well, I did think that, but it's like he had a really strong Dutch accent. That not thing, but he spoke really good English. Mid-20s, really pale complexion. Now, so I explained to him, I apologized for blinding him. I told him what I was doing. He said, oh, yeah, your mate's just gone down there. So I went to get Mark, got to Mark. He's like, no, there's no one sat on the bench. He was recording. He stopped his phone, rewound it back. As he's walking past the benches, nobody sat there. Now, you know how Kingsthorpe's layout. You've got the main gate in where the house is.
Yeah.
And then you've got the single one-person gate on Holly Lodge Drive, Holly Lodge Lane.
Yeah.
He would have had to pass us to get out unless he went hiding somewhere or climbed over. We didn't see him leave. We didn't see him move. Nothing. Didn't smell cigarettes, weed, alcohol. Didn't smell anything. I'm trying to look over, seeing what he's doing on his phone. Couldn't see. It's like a greeny green light emitting from the phone.
Oh God.
Yeah. And when I moved away, and then it, like reality, like when I come to, if you know what I mean, it felt like I'd been some sort of trance. First thing I thought was that was the devil. And that was before I seen any of these pictures, before I knew that no one could see him, before I knew anything that I've just told you. It was, to me, it's just some Dutch guy sat on the bench chilling.
Yeah. Especially having a phone.
Yeah. But there were no cans, there's no cigarette butts, there's no smoke, nothing. I've gone back, I've done it myself on my own, use the same equipment, different people. We've tried to recreate it. We cannot do it. There is we can't even, to get that glow, other than holding up an giant orange or satsuma or something, we've no way of recreating it. We've gone back at the same time.
No. Have you shown it to Barry? Maybe you could do another investigation with him.
Barry Fitzgerald.
I'm assuming. Yeah, Barry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the only Barry that I know. Not yet, but I have met Barry a few times, and I've just never got around to
Threw him in the back of the van.
That was Simon, not me. But I am meeting up with Steve Mera next weekend, so I'm doing some filming, so that's good. So I'll see what Steve says. Yeah, so that was the weird stuff there.
Yeah.
But you know how the where the war graves are? That's like bowling green grass. It's like the best kept bit. It's like you don't bother with the rest of it, and you just concentrate on this one bit.
Yeah.
We've been walking across there, and it's like there's someone walking at the side of me, like walking on gravels or breaking twigs, and there's nothing on there. It's completely just grass.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Grass.
Yeah. There's nothing there that can make that noise. And there's another time it felt like I got thrown into a bubble. It was all slow motion. I was moving backwards. And there was something going on. I couldn't work out what it was. And after speaking to a few different people, I think it was a protection bubble. And there's no noise. All noise just completely stopped. It felt like I was floating. I know I wasn't. And then Richard, who was with, it was like something out of a movie. He could feel that there's something else going on. We could see something shifting that was using the headstones and the bushes as a cloak. He's trying to get back to open his car. He couldn't get his keys out of his pocket. Then he dropped him. Then he couldn't unlock his car. And I was thinking, we're going to die. We're going to die. It was like something out of a horror movie. Anyway, we managed to get in the car. As soon as we shut the doors, it just, like, everything just dropped back to normal. So weird. So weird.
That is weird.
Blimey. Yeah, I say the only time I ever went up there, really. Oh, it's weird because I was only, like you say, 5-minute walk, and we just went to see Violet Gibson. Her name was Violet Gibson, wasn't it?
Yeah, the one who tried to kill Mussolini.
Yeah. We had a little bit round there. I never went back after that again. I don't know why, but there we are.
Oh, do you know what? I have got a clip that I can show you. So from the FEMA camp at the bottom, we'd gone doing an investigation with a girl called Ellie, and we felt like there was something watching us. Anyway, this fox come out, so we thought, oh, it was that. Didn't think anything else of it. But where this thing was got, so this is what Ellie's recorded from. So this was a live stream. We didn't see it at the time, but watching it back, this is what you get. So you'll know where this is straight away as soon as I play it. It's only on for like 13 seconds.
That's not a bug. You wouldn't be able to see.
Yeah, like a light
comes
going across.
up and then forms into like a body shape, walks, and then just vanishes again.
Yeah, I do know where that is.
So if you watch pretty much the center of the screen, just to the left of the flowers, you can see it now,
That's not a bug.
and then you'll see it walking away, but then it's translucent.
Yeah.
And we could feel something at the time, but then this fox come out, and I'm like, oh, it must have been that, and didn't think anything else of it.
Yeah, you really have to go through your footage, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, when you've been on,
Yeah.
that's the when I filmed whatever it was I filmed down the Abbey. I mean, I didn't see it at the time, so you know it can take hours, can't it? If you've done a long lot of video.
Yeah.
Right, I can show it, but I'll have to do it from my mobile. Do you think it'd be worth doing?
Well, I don't think you'd be able to. You could try it, but I don't think you'll see it. Well, what about the stills? Could you put the stills up?
I'll just see if you can.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. You can see it a little bit.
It's too small.
So if you look, yeah. So if you look there,
There it is.
you can see something moving, like shape shifting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's brown. Yeah.
And then
It just seems
at one point looks like a grey.
I know what you mean. It's it just seems to melt down, doesn't it, and go.
Yeah. Are you able to send me that on Messenger?
It's on my phone and I'm not on it with you, so
Right,
not at the moment. No.
No,
I only use
fine.
my phone for this.
Do you know what I could do? I'm going to send it to Nicole. Let Nicole do some work instead of sitting there doing nothing.
Again. All right, let's go. I am on my phone on TikTok right now.
Yes, because I sent you the. Did I send you the thing? Right. Sorry, just bear with me 1 minute.
I sent you the thing. I sent you the invite.
Yeah, I was already on because I got kicked off last week.
Yeah.
You know, I found out why I got kicked off. It's reproducing content because I didn't change the title. I kept the title as it was.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah. That's pretty much all I can work out. They won't tell me anything else.
I don't know.
On
They
it
don't
now,
like
so.
it. Yeah, they don't like it when you stream multiple places.
No. So.
You're the TikTok gods.
Oh. Right. Next question. Oh, right. So Darren's asking, Tim, if you're familiar with the place where I caught the mist going past the tree. So that was at the church ruins. You know, you got the big redwood right in the bottom corner near where the wall is in the brook.
Yeah, that's the Lawson cypress, that is. Yeah. I know the tree you mean.
Well, we were stood there, and this mist just goes across like that.
Yeah, I know
nowhere. And we only caught that once. And there's three of us there. None of us smoked. It wasn't cold enough for it to be any breath. But you see, it goes across the bottom. It's probably about knee height, so about 2 foot, 18 inches to 2 foot high.
Yeah, it's an amazing. Yeah, we've had a mist as well, but it was right inside the ruin when we had the mist. But over by that tree, you know, Sir John's grave is there. Do you know Sir John? You don't know about Sir John Blenko?
No.
What was his last name? Well, he owned all the land around there. Sir John Blenko. He's got a double-barreled name, John Blenko something. He was a big wig in Northampton. I can't remember when he died, but he's buried in the corner. But he owned all that land, and he because we've been investigating it for a long time now. He, I think, rules the roost kind of thing.
Yeah.
He's told me to. I've got an EVP of him telling me to F off.
Really?
Yeah,
I love
yeah. You can because we
Thanks,
go a
Flo.
lot. We're sort of on. He doesn't like being called John. He likes to be called Sir
Right.
John. So John Blenko. It's just something to do with the national health. Before it was obviously years before the national health, but the hospitals and that in Northampton. And he was a landowner, but he's got a big tomb down there, a big stone in the corner. Well, there's also he looks like a gamekeeper. You can see there's a gap in the wall, and he sometimes stands the other side of the wall and goes up by the trees.
Right.
He's
Well, you know
like
when
dressed in.
right. You know the wall at the back. So as you go in through the gate at the top, and you look left, that goes into the field. Is he along there?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, this is horrible now, because one of the first times we went in, I could see somebody. It looked like somebody walking behind that dry stone wall. Anyway,
That's it.
when I got brave enough to go over and have a look, I looked over the wall, and it's like an 8-foot drop.
I know.
I'm like, how can I see a head and shoulders like nearly 10 foot high?
very, very tall man.
What the hell was it? It must have been him.
Yeah,
It's
obviously
just
the ground's
You can see
changed, doesn't it?
Yeah, you see from like there up.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what that's it. And there is like a dip in the stone. The stone goes dip where it fell away. Sometimes stands in that gap looking over, looking at you.
See, when me and Rick has gone, so there's me and Ali, and Rick is Ali's granddad. And when we've gone, because we've met up and gone like early hours, like 4 o'clock in the morning, and we've gone from 8 o'clock in the evening, 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 in the morning, gone different times, different days all the time. And we've always felt like there's something or someone over on that wall, felt like being watched.
Yeah.
That must be
So John's grave is there as well. So John's grave. So John Blenko. I'll have to try and. I can't remember his last. It's a double barrel name. So John Blenko something, and he's in the grave with his wife. But yeah, he's there. You get a lot of activity around his grave. He doesn't like women.
Right.
You know, he don't like women for some reason. I don't know why, but I was up there with a friend. You know, when it was really hot, about 30 degrees, a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, last year. Oh, this year.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. It was about 29, 30 degrees in the afternoon. We went because you get activity in the daytime, as you know.
Oh yeah.
Me and a friend Tony. It's a girl, Tony. We went up there. In the afternoon, and there's the war grave there, Peggy and Martha. Do you know? Have you seen those two?
Right next to each other.
Yeah, one's a war grave, and the other's one. It's mother and daughter. Right. The daughter's 24. She was in the ATC.
Yeah.
She died when she was 24. 1944, I think. That's when she died. And her mum next to her, Martha, she died in the 70s. She died in the 70s. She was 106. And that's the mum. Now you get a lot of activity around their graves. Hell of a lot. And we were standing there. It's boiling hot.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you know when you know that something's there, someone was standing behind me. And I said to Tony, she was standing next to me. She was recording. I said, "Is there anyone standing behind me?" She said, "No." And then all of a sudden, you know, if you can imagine someone tipping a glass of water down your neck, it was like that, ice cold down my back. And I said, "There is somebody behind me." And I was, it was
Right.
it was 30 degrees. It's 30 degrees, and I'm freezing.
Right.
And
Do you know what? I just remembered. I actually went there in the day on my own. I was off work for 2 weeks. I was doing this paranormal road trip, and I had a couple of days back home. And I just got the gimbal for recording, so it's more stable for the phone. And I'd gone there on my own. I was melting. It was about 28 degrees.
yeah,
And I'm walking around and doing a live and that. And then I was getting the feeling that there was something there, but it didn't feel sinister or anything like that. It just felt like, do you know when you just know there's something watching? I didn't.
yeah,
Could have been an
that's
animal,
exactly
or it was that.
yeah. Very strong presence.
Yeah.
But and
then
then
we've gone at night. Have you ever had this? This is the worst, and I didn't go back for quite a while. So we park up as close to the gate as we can, and we'd gone down, and we started walking down the hill, and it's like we both just looked at each other like, no, we need to get out of here. And it was like, you say don't run, and I said, right, don't run. In my head, it's like, just run, just get out of there. And we're walking, and I'm walking backwards, she's walking forward, so we've got like 360 vision. And I could hear her getting faster, and I'm getting faster, trying to walk backwards. Literally got to the gate, and it was the most horrible feeling I've ever had.
Yeah,
I was ill. I had headache and that, like my eyes
yeah,
and
yeah.
everything.
Headache's a big thing.
The next day,
Yeah.
she was off work for 3 days, being sick, vomiting.
Yeah.
Going out and doing things like that, it can give you a headache. It can give you that like paranormal hangover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the worst.
Round by that gate, my friend Tony, it was the same person. She always gets a bad headache when she goes through the gate, and then sometimes it dissipates, sometimes it doesn't. But have you ever tried out EVP by the gate?
Yes.
We had quite a lot of EVPs by the gate, and there's a spirit called Emily along. You know, when you go through the gate, you turn left, directly left. There's a path with the benches.
Yeah.
Well,
goes right.
Just when you go under the first tree, there's a grave there with Emily's grave is there, and she's come forward a few times and spoke. And I've got a couple of EVPs, and I think it's her. And she seems to be at that top bit. And she actually, Tony, we were standing there. This was the same day. We were standing there, and we were getting answers to questions on the K2. You know, it was just accurate. And Tony had a jeans pulled. Just there,
right?
Yeah.
So I've not had anything like that.
It wasn't nasty though. It was nothing nasty.
Yeah. I've had like high pressure in one of my ears, but one of the guys I was with, he got the same thing at the same time in the same side ear.
Yeah, it does seem to affect people's heads and that there.
Yeah.
I wonder if it has something to do with like how they passed. You know, if they had some kind of issue going on.
Well, could be.
Because we get that a lot when we go out. Like somebody gets a stomach ache, and the person, you know, had stomach issues, or they feel like their heart racing, and the person died of a heart attack.
Yeah,
like the empath side to it.
Yeah.
Never thought of that. Well, that day when I told you I got really cold, but like someone, I out of my peripheral vision, I did catch a black shadow, but when I turned, it was gone. So I was, and then it slowly warmed up again, and I got hot, and I said I'm going to go and sit over there in the shade, and Tony said I'm going to go down and have a chat with Sir John, because that's not far from, and she got she came back to me a little while later, and we'd sat and listened to a recording, and there was literally somebody walking on gravel, footsteps on gravel.
Mm-hmm.
She got that,
Yeah.
but of course, as you know, there's no gravel at all there. It's all overgrown.
It's overgrown, and it's just like dirt footpath. It's like man-made footpath, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, well, it was crunch, 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 crunch like that. EVP. So it's an amazing place.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you? So when you go into the church itself, did you notice any tea light candles had been placed about?
Yeah.
The day I went, there was about, I think it counted about 18.
Yeah, we found those, and it is. Yeah, we have found those, and we found bits of ghost hunting equipment that people have just left there, whether they've forgotten and just legged it like you did, because I got spooked out, or whether they just forgot it.
I did.
We found no end of cat balls down there.
Have you?
Yeah,
They're yours, Nicole.
I leave them everywhere. I ordered like a 48 pack on Amazon because I just leave them places.
they're great, aren't they?
I've got one. I've got one cat ball. My one and only cat ball. That's it.
Because you're not the cat ball
It doesn't
lady.
even work. There.
Have you ever had them?
It's never gone
Have you
off
ever
yet.
had them move? Have you ever had them move when you placed them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, roll across the floor,
yeah.
move, like visibly.
She's had them go off before you joined. When I first interviewed Nicole, before she was like part of the team, you had them placed at the back, didn't you? That and a REM pod, and weren't they going off? And you could see orbs behind her and everything.
Yeah, in the office, but now I have my little nook.
Yeah,
I can't really see behind me.
Downgraded.
I know.
Oh, you're called Full Moon Paranormal.
Yeah.
Ah, bit tiny on my phone. Yeah, ours is called Moonlight Paranormal. Our little.
Yeah.
There's only 3 or 4 of us, but
Yep, there's 4 of us. 4 of
yeah,
us.
You forgot.
I don't like going out with loads of people because it's impossible trying to do EVPs with a lot of people.
Yeah.
It is, but
you just can't do it.
Yeah, we have a really good like network of people and other teams that we work with, and they're all very professional. So, you know, we can trust them to not be messing around during investigations.
Yeah.
So Tim, when you go out and investigate, do you protect yourself?
No,
not bother.
I've never bothered. My friend Tony, she does. She's got this ritual she does, but I'm under. You know, I can't believe saying a few words and waving a bit of sage about is going to stop anything.
Yeah,
you know.
I say a few things in the head. Yeah, I say a few things in my head if I remember. That's,
yeah.
You know, it's the intent because, you know, Lisa from my team, she gets picked on all the time. We were out the other day and we did a live at this park that used to be a boys' school. And she's like getting all these feelings and the REM pod's going off and this thing is like messing with her. And she's like, I can't be here. And I stepped over. I'm like, nothing's going to bother me. So, and it didn't. But I think it's because she's more open and I don't know. And I just have that mindset that nothing's going to bother me. So it doesn't.
Yeah, I suppose. I take, well, I don't, it's in the car. I've got 2 crystal quartz and 1 obsidian. And they just sat in the drinks order in the center console bit. And I never take them out and take them with me. Because I think I need the car to get back. So that's more important.
I have all the stuff. I have the sage and, you know, the crystals and whatever. But
yeah. Just don't use them.
Yeah. I'll sage sometimes.
So did you get that? Oh, dear. So I've never used sage.
It's when everybody's all freaked out at the end of the night and like it just, calms everybody down. It's like the going through the motions and like really setting the intent there.
Right.
Do you think the sage does anything? Not particularly.
Well, yeah, if you believe it, go for it. But personally, I don't myself. No.
Not bother. Right, Nicole, are you able to get that video on?
Maybe.
See, I can try and do it. It's just I'm sharing to TikTok and
yeah, me too.
Right.
Now TikTok's gonna see my face. Maybe.
Right.
Hold on. Let's see.
Me a moment.
Oh, you're breaking up.
It's all right. It's gone on the other screen. That's fine.
You got it? I got it.
Screen, and we've gone.
I got it.
Have you got it?
I've got it. Do you got it? Let's share. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, do you want to do it? Mine's forever.
I'm already doing it.
There we go.
Can you zoom in on it, Nicole,
this
or
is
not?
Tim's video from Delapre.
No.
So it's down. It's down in the corner on the right-hand side. I think you need to zoom in.
I can't zoom in.
Yeah, if you pause it about now.
I can't see it now.
That didn't help.
Where's it? I was thinking the same.
It's not there.
I
Right.
don't know what we're looking for.
What the hell? Because you only sent me the one video and I took a screenshot and sent it back to you.
It's not there, Andy. Where's it got? That don't make sense.
Right, let me have a look.
It is not there.
I don't know what we're looking for.
No, but it's
Right.
not. It's obvious. It was obvious.
Right, I've got it there. You can see it, like long
Yeah.
ET type thing
Yeah,
sticking
yeah.
up.
There it is. There, that brown blodge. Where's it
And
gone on
that
that other
is-
bit?
Is that the same video?
Yeah,
It's the only
there's
video
only
I've
one
got.
video. That don't make sense.
Right. There's a better one. It's like
Yeah,
see it.
you can see it as clear as day. Yeah.
Why is it
Yeah.
not? Why is it
Oh
not
my
on?
days! What?
It has to be the wrong video.
Nicole, you've broke the paranormal.
I didn't break the
How?
paranormal. Hold on.
Nicole breaks the
I didn't do
paranormal.
I didn't do it.
Oh,
Not
we have
me.
just witnessed it. There's at least
All right, hold
25
on.
other people watching. Oh,
I
she's
didn't
gonna
do it though.
get a little Sharpie and draw it in.
Let's see. I'm gonna find it.
It's not there. It's not there on that video. It's not.
That's the only
That's
video I've
mind blowing. That's mind blowing.
Have you ever
Where
had that
is it
then, Tim? Where you videoed something and you've gone back, you've still got the video and there's nothing on
This
there
thing
that
right here.
you know.
No, I've heard of people having it happen to them though.
We're gonna find it. It's.
I've heard
here.
of them losing. I've heard of them
Mandela
losing the
effect.
video or losing the photos.
It's not there.
No, you can see it from like now.
That's a tree there.
Yeah.
When I go around the corner, you can see the. But you can normally see it from now.
Is it right
Yeah.
there? That blobby thing?
Oh, there. Yes.
It's there, you guys.
Yes,
I
it's
didn't
there.
break the paranormal.
Well, I
You
can't see
fixed
it.
everyone. You fixed it.
I fixed
I
it. I
can't-
put it back.
I can't see it.
Right, if you put your, can you put your cursor on it, Nicole?
It might because I'm looking at it on my. I'm looking at it on my phone.
Probably. It's really small. It's right there.
You can't zoom in on it.
Nope.
So you're looking at that area.
This area. So I don't think I can zoom in. Let's see.
It's gone.
I
No.
can't see
No,
it.
she's
It's,
broke
it's,
it.
it's pretty obvious on the.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a tree, that is. Oh, how weird.
Well, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. See, it's still
But
there.
what about the stills,
You
Andy?
can-
I'll send you 2 stills. One with it there and one with it not there.
Right, I'm just got a frame, but it won't stay on it. There. So now it's a bit blurry, but you can see what looks like its
Yeah.
arms in front of the bushes.
Yeah, that's it.
Right? And then
That's the same video.
that is very, very ET
Yeah,
white.
yeah, it is.
Weird.
We estimated
Future-
it was quite tall, you know, because I say we went back the next day and we reckon it was
Yeah.
between 6 and 7 feet tall.
Wow. Right, so I'm gonna zoom in as far as I can. And you can see that it's like
Yeah.
more human-like on that one.
Yeah.
I love our
What I
great
can do,
technical aspects of the show.
Pardon?
And I love how we have these great technical aspects of the show, like zoom in
Yeah.
on Andy's phone. Stick it up
You
to
know,
the camera.
I have heard of people filming stuff and having EVPs, and yeah, that's brilliant. And then later on, it's just gone off their device.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of that
but
several
what
times.
I can do, if it's okay with you, Tim, if people want me to send it to them, I can do that so they can have a look for themselves.
Yeah,
Is that? It's only like,
Yeah,
is it a minute, half a minute long? It's 33
Yeah, it's not-
seconds.
it's not long because, like I say, I wasn't aware of it at the time.
No. Right, so this is a still. So you can that's photo 2. So you can clearly see there's nothing on there.
Yeah, that's the next day I took that.
Did you try to like recreate it?
Yeah,
See, like, back out at that
But-
angle? See if it-
we got my son-in-law came with us. He's 6'2", and he stood there, and you couldn't see him. The bushes were too high.
It's a puck wedgie.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's what I was thinking. Looks like some sort of like goblin type Dobby,
Yeah,
Harry Potter.
Puck wedgie. Do you have puck wedgies in the UK?
We do now. We know at least one. I think
love
we do. Yeah, they're just goblins type creatures. But yeah, if anyone wants me to send it to them, I can do. Have you got that uploaded onto your YouTube channel?
yeah. It's on my YouTube channel.
Right, we've put the link out for the YouTube channel, so if anyone wants to have a look, they can just click on that and go on there.
There's also that footage. You know, I told you about at the CHELVESTON.
Yeah.
I've got that film on there. That's a good bit of footage.
Right. Yes.
Oh,
that'd be good.
Chelveston.
That's literally around the corner from where I work. It's like what, 5-minute drive away.
I'll have to show you where it is. You'll never find it.
Yeah.
So you've got to park the car.
Roughly,
You've got to park the car, then walk down the road a little way, and then you cut through a little gate, and then it's like a half a mile to where they are. I'll have to come with you sometime.
Yeah. Just give me a shout.
Well, we can go when you like, but so I can show you where it is, and we can go and have a look.
Yeah.
But I don't think we will get too near it because, as I say, it's so overgrown. It's not managed in any way.
Right. Yeah.
But
I
if you
think
want
we
to
should
pop over at the weekend or something,
Yeah.
sometime or one evening, let me know.
Yeah, definitely. I think we should do the St. John's ruins. Definitely.
Yeah, I can tell you. I mean, I've been studying it a long time.
Yeah,
because you got the you know about the red-headed lady there.
yes. Does she whistle or sing?
She killed herself, didn't she? Because her husband died on their wedding night.
Oh shit.
And then she's a succubus. So if she's supposed to hang around the gate, and if she does sometimes appears to men as this beautiful young girl and wants to give you a kiss. And apparently, if you kiss her within the month, you'll be dead. So the story goes. Yeah.
Anyone fancy trying it out?
That's what I was saying about around the gate area. It's so strange.
Yeah. It is. It is a strange place because me and the missus Becky, we went there one Saturday afternoon, and I was doing. I think it was one of the first TikTok lives I was doing, and I'm walking down, and that wall where I seen that figure, I seen a black dog. I'm like, oh, there's a thing of a black dog round. It's just a normal, like, small Labrador. And Becky goes, oh, no, there's a bloke who's got one of those ball throwers. So I thought, right, I'll walk round and follow him. So, like, pretty quick, walked over to where this dog was. Nobody there. Didn't see the dog again. Didn't see this bloke with the ball thrower. I'm down at the bottom. Do you know where you got the little well that comes out at the bottom of the big window? So I'm round there filming. Becky's inside. Find out afterwards, she's been shouting me for 10 minutes. You know how small that place is. If somebody shouts you from the gate and you're at the mall, you're going to hear them. Nothing. Heard nothing. We couldn't see each other. We couldn't hear each other. It must have been at least 10 minutes. And it started raining. So I started walking back up the hill, and Becky come be outside and had a massive go at me because she thought I was trying to scare her. I'm like, no, I've been doing this. Didn't hear you. And she's not got the quietest of voices. Do you know what I mean? So there's no way. Yeah.
It's only a small place.
There's lots of weird stuff going on around there. There's got to be for that to happen.
Well, that used to be the Belton Village, didn't it, up there?
Yeah. Because you've got the nearest house to that. You've got, is it the Castle House?
Yes, Holly Lodge.
Ben Brown, just on the right hand side.
Holly Lodge. Well, that belongs to the Jays family. You know, the Jays fluid people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's their house. Yeah.
As in toilet cleaner and bathroom cleaner.
Yeah. They started that all off. Yeah.
Ah. It's weird because that house, it's just there on its own. It's at the end of that lane. And they've got the big wooden gate that goes. It is like a mini castle, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you've got the Spectacle down Spectacle Lane. Because you've got all the polys of Belton.
Yes. Have you been to the Devil's? Is it Devil's Cove?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That weird
in the trees. Yeah, like a bridge. It looks like a bridge.
A bridge. Yeah, you can go under. It's like.
Yeah.
It's like someone's got an egg, cut it in half, and hollowed it out, and just like a giant egg, and then you like an oval
That's
shape.
The grotto, yeah. They call it the grotto.
Devil's Grotto.
That was a big pagan temple site, apparently.
I was
But it's
going to
been
say it
on.
must have been something because of where it is. It's not like it's off the road. It's like a good 10-minute walk.
Yeah. I went about 3 months ago, and there's a bloody great big wire fence all the way around that wood now.
Oh, is there? Oh,
Yeah. So you can't get in there.
We was doing the Northampton walks during lockdown, and that was one of them. So we'd gone down into Boughton Village, followed it through the fields where you cut up and round, and you come back on yourself.
Yeah.
And oh, sorry, 1 second. I've just got to do the jigsaw puzzle on TikTok.
Oh, the jigsaw puzzle. All right, I have a question for you guys. How did you two meet?
Yeah, so you guys find it across.
How did you guys realize you were like neighbors?
Well, I've seen. Firstly, I saw Andy on the YouTube.
So I put on about.
We're losing Andy.
Was it Facebook?
Yeah.
Everything's just stopped working. Sorry, it's saying I've got no internet.
Yeah, you dropped out there.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Right. Oh, so I'd put on about having guests, and Tim messaged me. And as you do, you have a look at the profile, and it said he was in Northampton. It's like, oh. And
I'm actually.
We started chatting, and I was saying about which part of Northampton. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I'm about a quarter of a mile from St Crispin's. You know about St Crispin's Hospital?
Ah, see, that's another place.
And you can't get in there. You can't get in there either. Do you know Nick Matty?
St Crispin is Nick
Matty. He's from Northampton as well.
Nope.
Yeah, you must do.
Friends with him. Yeah. Oh,
he
I didn't know he was Northampton.
Yeah, he's in Northampton.
Oh,
he went up there with his friends, and one of the girls managed to get in there. How, I don't know, because I've been up there and I can't find a way in. Because there's dogs and everything, guard dogs, but so they say. Probably just you can't get in there, but that's an amazing place, supposedly.
I do.
You've been in.
I delivered to Berrywood, so I pass St Crispin's quite a lot.
Yeah.
And I've seen where you can actually get in where no one. No. Sorry, Nicole.
Don't give it away. Don't tell people how they're going to get in, and then they're going to.
Oh no, I'm not going to say that. So for those that don't know, St Crispin's is the old. Trying to be PC now, like psych hospital.
You can say psych center. Yeah, that's still
yeah. So it's the old psych center. A lot of it has been knocked down, but then the outside has been converted into apartments. But you've still got the center bit and like a big L or C-shaped building, and then you've got the old clock tower as well.
And
that's like
Bowden.
That every time you drive past and you look at the clock tower, it's like I need to get in there. Doesn't matter. Even before I was doing all this, it's like I need to get in that building.
But do you think it's weird that they're turning all these old psych centers into apartment buildings? Because they did that to one by me. Me and Lisa tried to go the other day, and they've converted it into apartments. Who wants to live in an old psych center?
Yeah,
because the listed buildings. Because they're listed buildings, you have to do something with them. They're not allowed to knock them down. So why not make money from them?
I'll tell you, when whoever moves in one of those apartments might get some activity in there.
Right? They're going to be calling us like, hey, come check out our apartment because there's some crazy spirits in here.
Yeah. But
Well, you
that
said about
Violet Gibson was in there. Who was at the because she was put in in the asylum, wasn't she?
oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I don't know much history of Northampton.
Well, she shot Mussolini twice in the face.
Yeah.
And he survived. And then they sent her back to England, and she was put into the St Crispin's Hospital, where she spent the rest of her days till she died.
Ah.
Mm.
But see, with that, so you've got St Crispin's, which is the old psych ward hospital, and then you've got Berrywood, which is a new one, but it's on the other side of the road, but it's still built on the grounds of St Crispin's. Because it's all apartments and new builds and that now, but all the ground is all the same area.
Yeah.
So there must be activity.
We live in the wrong part of the world right now. I want to go to all these places. I want to go see that guy.
Have you ever been to the UK, Nicole?
No, I have not. I have to go.
Yeah.
Keep telling her.
I know. I have so many places on my list now.
Back to the old country. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, I forgot now. I'll tell you. I've got early onset. I have.
I definitely have. But I was going to say about Obelisk. Huh?
So, Tim, have you been to the US?
No. I'm a big country music fan. I'd love to go. I really would. I'd love to go to Nashville and New Orleans and all around that area. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Brian wants to
you know we was talking about Obelisk.
Protective room symbol Tim has on his finger.
Yeah. Yeah, it's courage. I've also got one on my neck, and I've got the Green Man. I'm obsessed with the Green Man. I love the Green Man. Yeah. You know, the story of the Fae and that. I'm heavily into the Fae. Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say to you. Well, it's come back to me now, talking about the Fae. My granddaughter, she's 7, and because I live with them at the moment, at school we have to walk past St Crispin's, but there's a little track as well that's more into the country. And I was walking back with her just before they broke up for the summer holidays, and I said, "It's nice along here, isn't it?" She says, "Yeah, I sometimes come and talk to the fairies along here." He said, just like that. Yeah. I thought, "Oh, do you?" You know. She went, "Yeah, the fairies along here." And she meant it.
Is that the path that comes right round that takes you back down towards Sixfields?
Yeah.
Did you
you can see across to Carpole.
Is it
across the field there? Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Tim, did you warn her about the fairy doors? Don't go in them.
Don't warn her not to go where?
In the fairy doors.
No. Oh, well, they're not all good, are they? No, they're not. You have to be careful of the Fae.
And the fairy circles.
The Irish are terrified of them. Yeah.
But Obelisk. So you know Obelisk shop on Reynard.
Yeah, I lived about 50 yards from that shop.
Well, you know where the flats are set back on them 2 roads where the school is?
Yeah.
There's a lad that I work with, lad called Paul, he won't mind me using his name. He used to live in them flats, and it's loads of people, not just him, his sister and some of the neighbours. They used to see orbs all the time, coming in, going out, round the back of the sofa. There's a guy that I know, he lives on Obelisk, And he was saying they were just sat watching TV, and his dressing gown just caught on fire on his shoulder.
Oh my God!
I don't know. So they're putting it out. There was no scorch marks. There was no smoke. There was no smell of burning. Nothing. It just combusted, and then he thought his face was going to light up, like bench guy, probably what it was. And they put it out, and he's like, there was nothing. There weren't even, so like dressing gown material. It's fluffy straight away. That if it's plastic or synthetic, it's going to melt straight away, innit? Or if it is or was real fur or hair, you're going to have singe marks. Either way, you're going to see where the burn is. Nothing there.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
Yeah. There's a bit going on around there, I dare say.
Yeah. Yeah, we never had nothing. I was there for 6 years. I didn't have anything.
No.
But I used to walk across the fields to St. John's most days.
St. John's.
Yeah, the ruin.
Oh, yeah. You can cut where the obelisk is. So there's an actual obelisk at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can cut through them. You go round the back, and there's 2 fields, and then you're at St. John's, aren't you? Sorry, I had to think where you meant. I couldn't work it out.
It's literally about a mile across the fields, I should think.
Yeah. So there's quite a bit of activity around there. But I know I've spoke about it before, but Northampton was a fort.
Yeah, it was walled city, town
around the outskirts.
Yeah.
And was it the 1200s? It become the capital of the UK for, I think it was about 2 years during the Black Death, the bubonic plague. Because you had the plague, then you had the fire, then the flood. So London was a bit done in at this point. So for some reason, they made Northampton the capital. I think it was about 18 months to 2 years. So then you've got that as well. And I know people that works at your Seoul Central. So Seoul Central, you've got the cinema, the theatre in there. I know people that work there, and they've said when they've been working doors, there's only like 4 or 5 people in there, like cleaning up after the shows. The doors will slam or the projector will go on, and there's no one up in the viewing room. There's like no one there, and there's all this stuff going off all the time. Seats will go up and down, and just makes me not want to go cinema anymore.
It would make me want to go more.
You know, I think they're everywhere. I think spirits everywhere. I mean, people ridicule you, don't they? Sort of, or some people do. Not so much now as they used to. But they say, "Well, I've never seen a ghost. I've never seen a ghost." And you say, "Well, how would you know you haven't?"
Yeah.
Like your bench man. Somebody could have just walked the dog round there and seen him and thought like you and walked off and not give it second thought. You know, just because they're not scary and they can be a full body apparition, can't they? You know.
Yeah. Most of the ghosts, a lot of the things I've seen that have been like human form have been full body apparitions. So then this is one of the questions. How do you know when you're walking about, you're passing people on the street, how do you know none of them are spirits? How do you know that they are actual humans or anything else for that matter?
Yeah. They're not all going to be dressed in period costume and, you know, you're going to get
blow at the back.
You're going to get modern ghosts, aren't you? Modern day ghosts or spirit, whatever you prefer to call them.
Yeah.
But then it's like with the animals as well. How do you know these cats? You don't see so many dogs on the street anymore. But
no,
like There must be a ton of squirrel and badger spirits knocking about. The
Yeah.
amount of them you see dead in the road, there's got to
Those
be.
squirrel.
But I must see at least 10 dead squirrels a day. At least.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 badgers.
A residual haunting of a squirrel. Just running across the road over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Oh, those are those ones where you swear to God you hit something because you saw the little animal run out, but you didn't hit anything. It's the residual hauntings. Solved it.
Yes. Keeps
Could be,
stone tape theory.
See, that's another one of my. It's actually on my Facebook page. I've written a little. I like to write stories and that, and I'm a big believer in stone tape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I believe that. I also believe that can happen in normal time. I've spoke about this before. So once something has been played over and over that many times, surely it can happen while we're still alive, not just after it's passed.
Yeah, we've experienced residual hauntings from people who are still alive. It was just their routine for so long that it just left an imprint on the building.
Yeah, so I call it residual livings because it's still alive.
Can it still be a haunting if they're living? Like, what's the definition of haunting?
If a house where you grew up and every day your mum or your dad or your brother or sister, they come in at the same time every day and they do the same routine. How many times have you been like sat there and you thought that you've heard them come in, whether they've put the keys down or they've gone and put the kettle on, and you've turned around and they're not there? That's got to be stone tape replaying itself because it's been that active at pretty much that same time every day. It's just playing over and over.
Mm-hmm.
So it must start while it's alive and then carry on after it's passed. That's my theory on it.
Or there's something so traumatic that happened that left an energy imprint. That's happened too.
That's what Brian just put imprinted in the atmosphere. But that just makes so much more sense.
We have a couple questions. You want to hit the questions?
Oh, yeah, go on. I'm not touching anything because
earlier
going on.
Andy, would you expect you alive again from the Misty Tree place? Now Tim's gone. Okay, he's back.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm 5 minutes from there.
Yeah. It's only down the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever you want to go, just give me a shout.
Yeah. Literally.
And I'll be live from StreamYard. I'll run the studio while you guys go. I'll be there.
Yeah, you'll have to make sure you're up early enough. Would you be available on a weekend?
Anytime.
Both of you. Right.
Yeah, I don't work anymore, so I can go anytime.
See, work gets in the way of me wanting to do all this. It's not fair. It's really not fair. Sorry?
I just want to be a billionaire, and then I can go do what I want all the time.
Yeah.
Right,
I've got another 14 years before I can retire.
No, I grasshopper. No, I've never been to Culloden. I've heard of it and know the stories. We've got Naseby near us.
Yes, on
that's supposed to be. That's actually that Nick Matty was up there recently, and he had a good night with activity at Naseby Battlefield. Yeah,
I actually drove. I actually drove through the village of Naseby about 3 weeks ago, and actually, I know it shows you've got the brown signs that says like Naseby Battlefield. Is it 1461 or whatever? Whenever it was.
Yeah.
But when you go to the village, they literally pinpoint where it happened.
Yeah.
So that's a bit
Yeah,
of an eerie place when you get in
there's
there.
a few monuments up there where, like, there's 2 or 3 spots. But I think, if I remember right, I think it was Nick. I know he went up there a few weeks ago and I got activity, but there was actually heard fighting with blades,
Really?
Yeah, I think I don't know if that's a different time, but there's actually that, and horses galloping and such.
So have you been to? Sorry, I've just got a quick question. I remember. Sorry, is it Grafton Underwood?
Yeah, I have. I slept in the church in Grafton Underwood.
That is the one up past Kettering, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
There's a ford there. Yeah, you got the memorials for the flying fortresses up that way, haven't you?
Yeah, because it's an old airbase. I know a couple of lads that I mentioned before. They used to go up there doing airsoft, and they've gone in there and they felt like there's been people watching or walking past, or they've heard like marching of footsteps.
Yeah, I reckon you might get that down Delapre Abbey as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just getting there at the right time as well, isn't it?
They've got a lot going on there now. But I mean, we couldn't go because they got the football, the Euros in the big telly and the big screen down there.
Yeah, all outside stuff. Don't they do the drive-in movie there as well?
Yeah. So we was going to go the other night, Saturday or Friday night, can't remember, but they got something on there. But it is handy because now they've got that restaurant, Hibiscus or whatever it's called, Hibiscus or something. You can just go and park next to it and go in and go around the grounds whenever you want, basically.
Yeah, because I used to think that they lock the gate, but they don't.
They used to. They used to until this restaurant opened.
Right.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Well, that's good to know. Well,
speaking of food, Brian wants to know, Tim, pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yes. Love a bit of pineapple.
No.
Yeah.
No. I don't think I can go investigating with you now. I've actually had pineapple on pizza once, but I didn't realise I'd been drinking and it was dark, and I just thought it had chicken on it as well. I just thought the chicken had gone a bit soft. And then I realised halfway through it's pineapple.
You couldn't taste it.
Oh my god!
I couldn't taste anything.
I'm not a big fan of pizza anyway. I'm not a big fan of mozzarella cheese. I think that's the cheese they use, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is.
But I will eat it if I'm hungry.
I like weird pizzas.
See, I'll eat pizza when I'm not hungry. One of them foods.
Pizza's boring, unless it's
pizza.
No, it's just cheese and tomato. Well, there we go.
Georgia wants you to do a Halloween live special.
Do a live at the battlefield on its anniversary. Yeah, that would be good. I can't remember when it was, the battle now. But we'll soon find out.
I'm sure we'll be able to find it.
Yeah. I know where the battlefields are.
Yeah. But, did you know as well? Do you know where you go through Yardley Hastings to Olney?
Yeah.
So it drops down and you pass the speed camera and then you do a right.
Yeah.
That land up there where the field in the woods is, did you know that was Ministry of Defence?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you go down, you'll see it doesn't say Ministry of Defence, but it says do not enter trespassing something. But it's
is that Yardley Chase, is it? Is it Yardley Chase?
The bit between Yardley Hastings and Olney where you go on the back road.
Yeah, I think that's Yardley Chase. The actual place. I think so, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you're not allowed in there, yeah.
Yeah, it's Ministry of Defence. But
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
probably what-
weird how they've got that, where it's right next to residential and then farmland. It's
Yeah.
it's something going on. Because there's nothing to show. There's no buildings. There's nothing in there. Well, there must, unless there's something underground that we don't know about.
Could be, couldn't it? Some kind of underground thing. Oh,
yeah.
No, I didn't know that. I knew you couldn't go in there, but I didn't know it was. I didn't know it was.
Why. Because it's not until you get out the other side where you pass the woods on the right and it drops down and bends back up where you've got that green burial ground. You've got there's a company down the side on that farm, and that's the first part of where it's like normal territory.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So quite active, I think, round here.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's a nice county, Northampton. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
But still, I'd like to go in Delapre Abbey, but they charge so much in the building to do proper investigation. But you can actually go in there. I think it's Saturdays for £5 and have a look around. Right. So you could you could do a little craft, take your voice recorder, because that's what I like, a voice recorder.
I did that.
Do
you know Abington Park Museum?
Oh yeah, that's well haunted.
Well, that's 400 and odd quid to rent it for the night from 7 p.m. till 1. You can have up to like 40 people go in. We went during the day. I had my K2 meter with digital voice recorder, and I'm like, was waiting for people to go out the rooms, and I'm like doing all this stuff. Yeah,
that's half of it. Oh,
it's not. It's a nice walk around.
Random people at my door.
Oh,
many.
Of course, it's in the afternoon there, isn't it?
Yeah. So I took random photos and a couple of videos, but didn't get anything. Nothing. Didn't pick anything up whatsoever. But if you don't, then you're not going to find out.
No, that's right. Well, just because you don't once, doesn't mean. I mean, we've been up to the ruin, up to St John's, and not had a touch. You know, nothing. Yeah. Sometimes you do. It's a bit like fishing, isn't it? I suppose.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do, and sometimes you don't.
Get everything in one go, and then next time you go, it's like feels like it's a total waste of time.
I reckon the Ram Inn's like that. The ancient Ram Inn.
Oh, you got the one in Wales, Shropshire.
No, that's where's the Ram Inn? That's the Skirrod, isn't it? Is that called the Skirrod, the one in Wales?
Oh, yes. Yeah. It's out that way anyway.
Yeah.
Been. But one last question before we finish, because we're coming up to the 90 minutes now.
Bloody hell, that's gone quick.
I know, so fast. Yeah, Skirrod. Have you ever had any UFO encounters in Northampton?
Yeah, once. And that was I was actually walking down where was I going? I can't remember. I was walking down Obelisk Rise and it was dead calm. And it looked like you know when you see a plane, a jet, an airliner coming towards you, it's got a big light, hasn't it? Big headlight and jet. I saw it coming. I saw one coming towards me like that, and I thought, it's just a jet, but it's quite low. I thought it's a bit low, and then realised it hadn't got its red and green lights on the side.
Wing light. Yeah. But
it did. It was bright like an headlight of a plane. Anyway, it come across, and I realised that it was very, very quiet. But the light.
Yeah.
If it was a headlight, it would disappear, wouldn't it, when it got above you, because it would be shining
Yeah.
But it did. It was still, and it went past, and it was still a bright light as it went past.
Oh.
Dead quiet. Nothing. No sound.
No.
But and I've got my phone with me, and I didn't even think to take it out of my pocket.
No.
I was just looking at it like that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Doesn't matter what I've seen.
It was
I've
dark.
Never. Yeah. But I'll have my phone in my hand and don't even consider taking a photograph.
No, you just like this.
The only time we've caught anything is because I've been doing a live stream. If I'd have just been walking about, I'd have had no evidence of any.
You're actually looking for something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was an obelisk rise that happened, and it was going off towards the obelisk itself, coming across the town.
Yeah.
Quite big.
I'll have to keep my eye out.
We go. That's the only thing. That's the only. I'm not saying it was a flying saucer or nothing, but it was very quiet, and there was no sound at all, and no other lights apart from the main orb type light.
Yeah.
So
definitely keep my eye out for that. Right. Well, I say a massive thank you, Tim, for coming on. And sharing some local knowledge. Because that'll open more things up now for when I go to these places. Even
let me know.
Stop me from going.
We'll definitely go up to
definitely.
And Belfry Abbey as well.
Number.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Yeah. I'll send you my number and then we can sort it out. Excellent.
And I have lots of new places on
thank you.
when I come visit.
Yes, see? You'll have to come over and then we can bait you out and then we'll be all right.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I am ghost bait, it's fine.
You'll be fine. Yeah. So she's used to it. It's what they do to her over there, so it's all good. Right. Well, thank you, Tim. Absolute pleasure having you on.
Yeah, cheers, buddy. Nicole.
Yeah, anytime. And we'll definitely sort something out. Gonna end this now because we're at the 90 minutes. I'm back on tomorrow at 9 p.m. where I should know we've got Damien Lansley. So he's an actor from Blackpool. He's also MMA fighter. And I interviewed him a week or so ago in London, but there's a lot of background noise. So a lot of the people that I've interviewed doing that are going to come on and talk about their TV and film career, because they've all got different movies and that coming out that are going to be on Netflix and Prime. So I'm going to be doing that. Yeah. So that's 9 o'clock onwards. It's probably only going to be about 30 minutes to an hour. I don't think it's not going to be no more than 60 minutes anyway. And then on Friday, we have Dr. Kate Sherrill coming on, who is going to be talking about vampires.
Wow.
I know. The first guest in like 4 years that has knowledge on vampires and not like my knowledge of watching Hammer House of Horror or Dracula. So yeah, she studied it. She studied Gothic, ancient Gothic something. I can't remember exactly what it is.
So start thinking of all your vampire questions. Get them locked and loaded.
We've got thousands of them. So yeah, so we've got her on Friday. Then it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the next couple of weeks after that. So that's it. Oh, and we are going to be, our Friday show is 100% on the Unex network in America, where we're going to be shown 10 p.m. CST. So that'll go out with all the others that are on there. So that's it. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Thank you, Nicole. A massive thank you to Tim. And if you can hang about for a couple of minutes once we end the show, and then we can arrange our next goings on, shall we say?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Perfect. Right.
Say that.
Excellent. Right. I will
Bye.
see you guys on Friday. Oh, see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Then we'll see you again normal time on Friday. So have a wonderful 23 and a bit hours. See you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.